Welcome, Warrior. You're in the right place for everything about our Golden State Warriors. Today, we have news that's going to shake things up behind the scenes. Moody has just signed a contract extension that shows this young player is ready to make history. We know you're eager to understand what this means for the season, and of course, to discuss a hot rumor. Jimmy Butler to the Warriors? Could that really happen? Just imagine how that would change the team's dynamics. But before we dive into this wave of emotions, let me remind you of something important. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, now's the time. By subscribing, you join a legion of fans who, like you, passionately live every play, every rumor, every victory. And of course, you won't want to miss out on the updates coming your way, right? The future of the Warriors is being shaped right now, and you deserve to be at the forefront of all the news. Now let's get straight to the point. Moody. This kid has earned his place on the team through hard work and dedication, and he has just secured a 3-year contract worth $39 million. It's a firm bet on his future as a key piece of the rotation. Do you think Moody is ready to take on a bigger role in the team? After all, his numbers so far have been modest, averaging 5.9 points per game. But this extension shows that the Warriors see much more in him. In the preseason, he has already hinted that he can surprise, averaging 15.5 points with 39.4% accuracy from three-point range. It's hard to ignore, right? With this performance, it's clear that Steve Kerr believes in the kid's potential. If Moody keeps growing like this, he could be one of the great stories of this season. But what does this mean for the future of the Warriors' negotiations? With Moody on the rise, the team is in an even more interesting position for potential trades, and that's where the name that's been shaking up the NBA comes in, Jimmy Butler. Yes, it's true. Butler's name is being mentioned, and the rumors are only increasing. Can you imagine him joining the Warriors? The impact would be enormous. Butler, despite already having a brilliant career and leading the Heat to the NBA Finals, is at a delicate point. The Miami Heat doesn't seem willing to extend his contract in the way he wants, which opens a window for other teams, like the Warriors, to get involved. Now, the big question is, are we ready to sacrifice Jonathan Kuminga in a trade of that magnitude? Kuminga, at just 22 years old, is a massive promise. He had a fantastic season, and many are comparing him, like Rashad McCants, to a younger version of Butler. But are the Warriors willing to give up such talent to bring Butler in and make one last big push for the title while Steph Curry is still at his peak? Do you think it's worth it? Steph is at a crucial moment in his career. Time doesn't stop, and the Warriors know they need to act now if they want to keep competing for titles. Could Butler be the missing piece, or is the price too high with Kuminga being put on the negotiation table? The truth is, while Moody is signing his extension and securing his future with the franchise, Butler's future is still up in the air, and that brings an incredible tension to the Warriors' next steps. Are we close to seeing a drastic overhaul of the team, or will the Warriors continue to trust the youth of players like Moody and Kuminga to build for the future? Now I want to hear from you. What do you think about this move from the Warriors? Does Moody deserve this contract, and Butler, would he be the right choice to elevate the team to another level, or should Kuminga be kept at all costs? Leave your comment down below. I want to hear your opinions. We're at a decisive moment for Golden State, and every detail matters. Speaking of details, Moody's contract extension opens a window of opportunity for him to become more than just a name on the bench. The Warriors don't make empty bets. If this kid has secured 3 more years with the team, it's because something is happening behind the scenes. The season hasn't even started yet, but the signs are clear. Steve Kerr trusts this young player. He sees something that might still be going unnoticed by many. Will Moody rise to meet these high expectations? We've seen players explode when the team places its trust in them, and this could very well be the path Moody will take. Do you feel that expectation too? Meanwhile, in the hallways of the NBA, there's no other topic being discussed. Speculation about Jimmy Butler is still heating up. The possibility of him joining the Warriors creates a mix of feelings among fans. Some see it as a unique opportunity to bring in a seasoned star, while others believe it's too risky. What would you do in the front office's shoes? The main point of this discussion is the balance between the present and the future. Steph Curry isn't going to play forever. It's a hard fact to swallow, but it's inevitable. The question is it worth sacrificing a young talent like Kuminga, who has immense potential, for a shot at an immediate title with Butler? Or is it better to hold on to youth, allowing Moody and Kuminga to develop, and ensure the Warriors remain competitive for many years to come? These are decisions that shape the destiny of a franchise. While Moody is ready to establish himself, Butler's situation remains uncertain. And if a trade does happen, how would Butler fit into this roster? He's a player of strength and intensity with a winning mindset, but would that chemistry work alongside Curry, Thompson, and Green? The scenario is filled with uncertainty. Any wrong move could be costly, and the fans feel it. Every news piece that emerges, every rumor that surfaces, stirs the emotions of those following the Warriors. Do you also feel that we are at a crossroads, especially when we recall last season? The inconsistent performance made it clear that the team needs something more. Yes, there were brilliant moments, but there were also gaps that need to be filled now, while Curry is still the central piece of the scheme. And if Butler does come, will he be able to cover those holes? And what about Kuminga? He has already shown that he has the skill to evolve and potentially become a star. But is he ready right now, at this decisive moment, to take the Warriors to the next level? These are questions that linger, and with each passing day, decisions must become firmer. The front office knows they can't afford to make mistakes. If Butler arrives, Moody will compete for playing time with him. How will that minutes distribution play out on the court? Will both be able to coexist and elevate the team's level? The answer is far from simple. What we do know is that with this new extension, Moses Moody has taken the first step to becoming more than just a promising player. And you, fan, what do you expect from Moody this season? Will he make the leap that's so eagerly anticipated? And we can't forget an important detail, Kerr's rotation. How will he manage so much talent? With Moody growing, Kuminga already establishing himself, and the potential arrival of Butler, the coach will face a significant challenge. But that's exactly what makes this team so special. There's always room for something new, something unexpected. The front office is being tested. The future of the Warriors hinges on these choices, and we as fans are left in anticipation. That's what makes sports so exciting, isn't it? The feeling that everything can change at any moment. So for you, what is more important at this moment, long-term security or pursuing one last great run with Curry and Butler in charge? Additionally, Moses Moody's emergence as a central piece for the future of the Warriors shows that the team isn't just thinking about now, but also about maintaining a strong foundation for the coming years. The confidence placed in him isn't without reason, and with the renewal of his contract, the path is clear. He needs to make the most of this opportunity. But this also raises another question. Are the Warriors already envisioning bigger changes? After all, a dynasty isn't built solely on young talent, and Jimmy Butler's name continues to circulate as a real possibility. What seems to be at stake here is the balance between experience and youth. Butler would bring immediate weight to the team, especially in crucial playoff moments, while Moody and Kuminga are still growing and honing their potential. The big question that fans are asking is, will the front office take the risk? Or will they continue to bet on the development of these young players? And speaking of pressure, Curry knows that his time at the top is running out. No matter how brilliant he is, the clock never stops, and the franchise wants to make the most of these last years of his peak. But is bringing Butler in during this final phase of Curry's career the answer, or will the Warriors stay true to developing their promising talents? Now, I want to hear from you, fans. What's the best path forward? Is it worth betting everything on Butler for one last big push, or should Moody and Kuminga be the future that the Warriors need to protect? Leave your comment here, and let me know what you would do if you were in the front office. And before you go, make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you want to stay updated on all the Golden State Warriors news with analyses, rumors, and the latest updates, this is your place. Don't miss the next chapter of this story.